So let's talk about something millions of us are dealing with right now. Your workday. When does it actually end? I mean, it's not like you're closing an office door behind you. When your office is just, a few steps from your couch, how do you really clock out?
I mean, this quote really it hits the nail on the head, right? A slow, ambiguous fade. That is the perfect way to describe it. It's that feeling, oh, I'll just check one more email. And then suddenly, an hour has gone by. And those lines between work you and home you just get blurrier and blurrier. If you're nodding along right now, trust me, you are definitely in the right place.
All right, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to tackle this whole modern work problem head on. First, we'll look at why the end of the day seems to have just disappeared. Then we'll dig into the psychology of it all. And most importantly, we're going to get into some real actionable solutions. Stuff you can do and stuff your team can do so you can finally get your personal time back. Okay, let's dive right in. Section 1, the vanishing end of day. And look, this isn't just you feeling like you're always working. It's a real, measurable thing. This whole always-on culture was supposed to give us all this amazing flexibility, right? But for a lot of us, it's just become a shortcut straight to burnout. Let's actually look at the numbers.
Yeah, this right here, this pretty much confirms it. It's not just in our heads. A whopping 60% of remote workers agree that working from home has actually ramped up their stress and anxiety. And think about why that is. Without the physical office, all that responsibility to set boundaries, it lands squarely on our shoulders. So a perk suddenly feels like a whole lot of pressure.
And this is the reason why. Check this out. A staggering 68% of us find it hard to separate work from our personal lives. That's the root cause of the stress we were just talking about. It's like when those boundaries just melt away, work has the sneaky way of expanding to fill up all the empty space. And I really want to stress this. This is not a personal failing. It's not because you're bad at time management. It's a structural problem. Okay, so we know it's a problem, but why is it so hard? Why can't we just close the laptop and be done with it? Well, that brings us to our next section, the psychology of blurring. We're going to look at how our own brains are kind of working against us here. You know that feeling? You've shut your laptop, you walk into the kitchen to start making dinner, but you're still mentally rewriting that one email in your head? Well, there's a name for that. It's called attention residue. It's a real thing. Basically, when we switch tasks too quickly, a piece of our brain gets left behind, still focused on the last thing we did. So even though you're physically off the clock, a part of you is mentally still on the job.
And this chart really lays it all out. Think about it. Back in the day, in a physical office, we had all these built-in cues. The office walls, the drive home, those are powerful signals to our brain that said, okay, work is over now. Remote work, it's just wiped all that away. Now we've got this fuzzy, ambiguous space, and we're always connected. It creates this constant low-level pressure to be available 24/7.
So what happens when all those boundaries are gone? You get this thing called work-life spillover. It's exactly what it sounds like. All the stress, all the mental clutter from your workday, it doesn't stay in its little work box. It spills over, getting all over your personal life, your relationships, your ability to just chill out and recharge. It's why you might snap at your partner or feel totally distracted when you're supposed to be playing with your kids. That's the spillover. All right, enough about the problem. Let's talk about how to fix it. This is where it gets good. Section 3 is all about inventing your digital commute. Look, if the old ways of ending the day are gone, we can't just throw our hands up. We have to create our own new ways. I absolutely love this quote. Rituals are friction. It's so counterintuitive, isn't it? We live in this world that's all about going faster, being more efficient. But the secret to actually disconnecting, it's to intentionally slow down. We have to build a little buffer, a little bit of purposeful friction between work you and home you. So what does that look like? Here is a super simple but seriously powerful shutdown ritual you can start using literally today. Step 1, plan tomorrow. Just jot down your top priorities. It gives your brain a sense of closure. Step 2, close it all down. Every single work tab, every app, no cheating. Step 3, and this one is so important. Put your tools to bed. Physically put that work laptop in a drawer, on a shelf, somewhere out of sight. Seriously, out of sight, out of mind. And finally, step 4, launch your queue. This is fun. Pick a song, any song, or a short podcast that you only listen to when you're done working. Before you know it, your brain will hear that sound and just instantly relax. And if you want more ideas, here are a few other awesome commute hacks. Changing your clothes. So simple, but it's a huge psychological trigger. It signals a real shift. Or how about a fake commute? Just a quick walk around the block. It creates that physical distance your brain needs. You could also try a gateway hobby, something easy and fun to immediately pull your focus away from work, like playing a game or reading a chapter of a book. The main thing is to find what feels good to you and then stick with it.
Okay, but this isn't all on you. It can't be. Teams and companies have a huge role to play here. So let's talk about how we can solve this together. That brings us to smarter team communication. And really, the best weapon against that always-on feeling is building what's called an async-first culture.
So what the heck is asynchronous communication? It's actually really simple. It just means you don't expect someone to reply to you instantly. It's shifting away from a culture of, hey, you got a second? To a culture of, here's what I need, get back to me when you're in the zone. This one little shift is the key to protecting everybody's focus and stopping burnout in its tracks. It's how you get real, deep work done and create a workplace that's actually flexible and balanced.
And this isn't some crazy utopian idea. Big companies are doing this right now. Check it out. Amazon, for big decisions, they write these 6-page memos instead of doing PowerPoint. Why? So everyone can read and digest the info on their own time. Buffer has this cool emoji system to show what a message is for, which cuts way down on back-and-forth questions. And GitLab, they're famous for this. They document everything publicly so people can chime in whenever they have time. It really works.
So, what can your team start doing? Maybe you could suggest a no-meeting day. Just one day a week with 0 meetings dedicated to deep work. Or how about just setting clear expectations for response times? Making it official that a 9 p.m. email does not need a 9:01 p.m. reply. You can also try async meetings, where you share the topics and get feedback before the meeting, which makes the actual meeting super short, or maybe you realize you don't even need it. These aren't just nice-to-haves, they're smart ways to work.
All right, let's wrap this all up. Our final section, reclaiming your personal time. Because at the end of the day, this is what it's all about, right?
So if there's one thing to take away from all this, it's this. This has nothing to do with working less or being lazy. It is the exact opposite. Preventing burnout is all about working smarter. It's about being intentional, about drawing clear lines in the sand to protect your focus, your energy, and your life outside of work. You do not have to just accept that slow, ambiguous fade. You don't have to feel like you live at the office. By building your own little rituals and pushing for a smarter team culture, you absolutely can draw that clean, satisfying line at the end of your workday. Your evening belongs to you. It's yours to take back. So, I'm going to leave you with a question. We've talked about a bunch of stuff. Shutdown songs, fake commutes, no meeting days. Out of all of it, what's just one thing, one little hack that you're actually excited to try? Pick one. Just one. Try it this week, see how it feels, and start reclaiming those evenings for yourself.